Hey guys, I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. I have been MIA, guys, but I am back. Let's talk travel. I'm back in Bangkok, but a couple people have asked me about whether or not you can travel domestically, internationally with just the star ID, the star that's on your license. So leaving Birmingham to Dallas, I handed them my license. I didn't have the star on there, and Goldilocks was so quick to tell me, this is no longer applicable. Do you have a passport? I'm like, girl, relax, okay? Handed her my passport. That was just domestically. So the answer is no. In order to travel, fly domestically, you need that star ID if you don't have a passport. So just going from Birmingham to Dallas, I needed to have that star on my ID or have a passport. I'm assuming if you can't use it to get into state to state, you surely can't use it to get internationally. So of course you need your passport or a passport card, depending on where you're going to travel internationally. They don't even ask you for your ID at that point. So again, you do need the star on your ID if you are flying domestically, state to state. That's that. Now, coming back into Bangkok, they've changed the requirements to get in. So last year when I came, the only thing I needed was a passport. I didn't need my visa because I wasn't staying more than 60 days. But now, in order to gain entry into Bangkok, into Thailand, you have to have something called a TDAC, I think it is, which is basically like a temporary travel arrival card when you fly in. So I didn't realize I needed that until maybe like 72 hours before I left. When I was looking at something and I was like, what is this new little requirement right here? And I Googled it and I found out I needed an arrival card. This is something that is new because, like I said, I didn't have to have one last year. I just used my passport. So with that arrival card, online is saying that you need to have filled it out no later than, I think it's like 48 hours of your arrival date. I don't necessarily think that's true because I did fill it out when I found out, which was, I think, less than 48 hours before I was flying in. I filled it out online and they immediately sent me an email. You just have to have your passport information. You do have to have your booking number, your flight number. So your flight number, also you have to have where you're gonna stay. You have to have that address because it has to go on a arrival card. When I got it immediately, so there was no wait time. It's free. That's the most important part. If you don't fill it out prior to arriving, when I got here, I noticed that there was a little section off right by immigration where you could stand to the side and fill it out and do like an arrival card, which means you're just filling out the information right there on site, and then you get the email. Oddly enough, though, when I went through immigration, and this was during the day, I've always arrived late, but this time I arrived like 11:30. It was actually the 1st of January at 11:30 a.m. and he only asked me for my passport. He didn't ask me for the arrival card. That said, have the arrival card. Now I know a lot of people are talking about they are cracking down on visas and allowing people that apply for them to get them. That's because a lot of people are either staying over the time, over the 60 days, or something else, okay? But either way, you need that arrival card to get in here. I would have the arrival card on my email prior to getting here. So yeah, that's the two things, new travel things, the star on your ID, and if you're coming to Thailand, you have to have that TDAC, I think it is, which is basically the arrival card. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.